on the road. It's not going to be a overnight stay on this one. It's only an hour drive, like an hour and 6 minutes. So I'm just going to go out in this area and see what kind of services are actually in this area. I know there's one, so I have internet connection, so I can actually get on the laptop and check for others and let them know exactly what options they have. They said the only service that they have in that area is satellite. Now usually you will have telephone service, the old telephone lines that you can get DSL of some sort, but they talk like that's not even available. So we're going to go out there and look over the area. There's about a dozen homes down this dirt road, at least according to Google Maps. I saw about that many structures that had a vehicle parked in front of it. Now there were a few structures that didn't have a vehicle, didn't have indication of a driveway or anything like that, so I'm thinking it might be just a building. It's not actually a home, because the Google vehicle did not go down that road completely. You go down that dirt road, then there's like another dirt road off of that, and Google Maps will not let you see ground view, because the vehicle didn't go down there to get the video or the pictures. But the aerial view, you can see it all. But then some of them structures looked like it was not homes, it was just buildings. So I didn't count them. So I would say probably 12 homes. I counted at least 12 with some sort of a driveway or vehicle or something that's parked as if it was actually indicating that it was a home. And I zoomed in ground view of the road going in, where was the power lines and all, and I saw no sort of internet lines of cable or anything. All I saw on them poles were power lines. That's it. And I saw the stub ups indicating they do have some sort of telephone lines going back in that area. At least at the entrance of that road does have it. I couldn't zoom in on the houses enough from road view to see if there's any junction boxes of any sort on the side of the house indicating there was telephone service on any of them. So I'm going out there and see what kind of service we can actually get. And then probably this time next week I'll be going out of town again, about an hour and a half to 2 hour drive to check out a town that there is a school. The high school is on the outskirts of the area line. It's not actually in. If you look up that town and you'll see the outline on Google Maps, the school is outside of that area. But it has internet. In the video I saw, they even said the school opens up on Saturdays, so parents can bring the kids to the school to do their homework for the weekend. So if the school has enough internet, but the town don't, because they had video clips of different businesses in that town talking about they don't have good internet. They just have nothing but DSL. There's no fiber, there's no high speed or anything. They were getting like 5 or 8 on good days. And there is a tower in the middle, pretty much in the middle, very close to the middle of that town. if it's still there. According to Google Maps, it's still there. But the only way to find out is actually go there. And it's a good sized tower. I didn't see that many items on that tower. I'm thinking if we can get a shot from the school over to that tower and then distribute it out to the town, that should work. At least that's what I'm thinking from what I saw on Google Maps. If all that is still there, there's a good chance that we'll be able to do that. And if it is, that's my proposal to them, to help them to get internet out in the area. So that's the one that we're going to go to next week and see what we can do with that. That's one thing about putting up internet as a WISP. Every location has its own unique characteristics of getting it done. And that's what makes it so enjoyable, of having the knowledge of how to get it to work, putting it together, and making it work. And seeing the smiles on people's faces when they turn their computer on and the buffer circle disappears. There's nothing like it. Or people actually plug in their laptop, turn it on, and actually get internet for the first time. But right now, I'm heading out 2 counties over and see what kind of internet we can get in that area. And I'll see you when I get there. Well, I am at the location. As you can see, it's pretty much out in the middle of nowhere in the woods. Got 2 or 3 homes behind me here. We have a few this way. But I'm sitting here with the receiver powered up. See if it picks up any signal. Let's see. Get my touchpad back on. Oh, got activity to the laptop. See if we pick up any. Oh, indicating that it's picked up signal. We got 2 bars. Activity indicating internet. And I looked on the map where the tower is, and it's back that direction, so that's where I'm pointing it. And it's raining, so I'm not going to get out and do this out in the rain. Let's see what we get for speed test. Speed test. Let's see what we get. Okay, notifications popping up. Right now we're getting 11.9, 0.7.8, 12.6, and we're getting a little bit over 4, 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, 4.8. All right, let's do this again. Get all the notifications out of here. All right, let's do a test again. All right, sitting the modem up on the dash, we're getting 27. Upload 9, 10. We're getting more than enough for this resident here, and hopefully we get them signed up with the system, and hopefully their neighbors will follow suit and get their own modem and have a good old internet out here. Let's try speedtest.net, see what it says. .55 ping. 27, got 28. Now, it would be probably even better if we actually had an external antenna. Now, when they put this in their home, they probably will need possibly a external antenna to keep this kind of speed. But even if they got, like, you know, somewhere between 5 and 8 up and 5, 8 down, somewhere like that, you know, if they get somewhere between 5 and 10 up and down, they'd be more than enough to do remote learning and online surfing, watching videos and all. So that's more than enough speed for them to get online out here. So we go here, watch some videos, see if it kicks in to 720 automatically, which it probably will. My last video. One, they have a farmer's market, and it's getting to the point where it's almost required to accept credit cards. No problem of playing video. It's saying auto, it's set on auto on 360. Some cannot even accept credit card payments. It's because they don't have. Let's see if it will actually play 720. If they want to play 720, if they put a probably outside antenna to be able to keep this kind of speed, but even with 8 or 5 down is more than enough to watch YouTube, even in 480. There we go. Because even if they get, you know, 5 down, playing in 480 with 5 down is more than enough to watch a video. As you can see, it's nice and clear on a computer, laptop, smartphone and all. 480 is more than enough to watch a video. 8 miles or more further away from that location. All right, that's the end of that test. That worked out great. They got great service in this area with 2 different providers. It would cost so much to be able to get a WISP actually in this area, to get access to internet to be able to distribute it out here. But I found some companies that work with cell phone companies with basically hotspots, but a very high data caps that you basically not going to hit on the average family. Even in my studio, I never hit the cap, because I tried it just to see how much data I use, you know, a month and stuff, and see if these hotspots from this company is actually good enough to tell other people about it, like remote learning and stuff like that. I got one, I set it up in the studio, and I stream live. I watch all the videos on YouTube, Facebook, everything normal every day. I mean, I really burn it up. I'm on it like crazy. And just to see how much data I use, I looked into the modem that I was using, and it shows how much data. I just want to see how accurate it was, if it actually shows up the same on 2 different modems, and see if it's actually, you know, very similar of data per month. And it was, and it was nowhere near the maximum for this service. So it's worth to tell other people about it and get them to call and get them to sign up for the service. because I have tried to get people signed up with other services, but no more data they give you, like these little hotspots of that you can get for very like 59 or something, 69 or 80 bucks a month. They blow through it because they got 2 or 3 kids that are doing remote learning, and it just eats it up, and then they use it for Netflix or anything else, and it just gone. But the data caps on these, they pretty much can watch, like take one TV and watch every night with the family, do their homework during the day of the week. They can take it with them. So it's a great service, and which I have a video on this channel showing about the service itself. It's called Blazing Hog. Great, great company, great people that work there. Anytime you need, any questions answered, you just reach out, call them, email them. All right, squirrel. And every time I ever called them or emailed them, within 24 hours, I got a call back or an email. Just like I was going out to this area and checking to see if the service works according to the maps where it says the towers are. I just want to confirm, because sometimes them programs are not updated all the time. It says maybe like T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, or whatever is on that tower down the street from them, but that company may no longer be on that tower. I don't know how updated it is, so I'd rather just drive there and actually put the modem and plug it in like I just did and be sure it works. And that way I'm sure. I don't want to say, yeah, they got a tower out in your area, and then them try to order it and find out it's not. But that's what I've been doing, is riding around and getting areas tested and be sure there's actually a tower. And now I can email these, well, actually send a message through Facebook to this person's customer. Hopefully they will be a customer for the service, and tell them that it works. And I got video to show them that it works, sitting right in their driveway. Yes, it is more expensive than regular DSL, cable, and some satellite services, but satellite service pretty much you get 50 gigs of data, and then they throttle you like crazy. It's more expensive in some cases, but it's worth it. Especially when you're out in the middle of nowhere, as you saw, there's nothing but woods and there's no internet except satellite. And if you don't have a clear line of sight, you don't even get that. I've seen houses out there that the house is on one side of the street, they got the satellite out there on the other side of the street, so they can actually get it through around the trees just to get connection. But hopefully they get the service and be able to get their kids online more than one at a time, because they're using their phone hotspot and only one thing can connect to it at a time. And they said they got 2 or 3 neighbors that need good service too, because they got kids at home. So maybe they'll join up as well. But I'm still looking to get a WISP in that area. But the closest place I can see that's got anything of good internet to shoot over there is about a mile away, but I have to find a location over there, some business or something that I can set a access point, send it over to another tower in that community there, and distribute it out internet in that area. So that takes a lot more of footwork, more money, because you got to build towers to get over the trees and all that good stuff. But this is a quick fix, and it can be a permanent, be more on the customer, of course, but it's something that can be done, you know, matter of weeks. Because it takes time to go around and find a place where they'll let you put up a tower or whatever to get access and get internet there to put on your tower and stuff. So you got to look at all aspects of the surroundings and what's available, the cost, the time frame. You just got to look at all of it and see what fits the customer the best. If they're willing to pay a little extra and get something quicker, you know, then that's up to them. Give them all the options and let them pick what they want. Maybe this will be a temporary thing, and if I can find a way to put a WISP actually in there, then it will cost them less per customer. So time only tells. We will see. But right now I'm gonna get me some coffee. The coffee I had after an hour drive has evaporated. So I'll see you in the next video.